All right. And we do have a couple more bid wars open. So, if you need more reasons to donate towards helping those pups, we have a couple of other interesting ones. I'll talk about them in a little bit. I actually want to introduce the next game is going to be Little Gator Game by shovelclaws doing an any percent run. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is shovelclaws. Welcome to the shovelclaws blog, because I am doing 2 runs back to back. First and foremost, of course, is Little Gator Game, the cutest game on the block. In this game, it's a 3D action or a 3D adventure game, mixing up my intros a little bit, where you play as an adorable little alligator. His goal is to impress his big sister by making a really cool playground for it. That's all the story you're getting, kind of vague. I'm not going to spoil too much, just because we're not going to actually see a lot of the story in this game, because if we head into settings here and scroll all the way down, if it would scroll, thank you, we actually have speedrun mode, which automatically skips all text. It also automatically enters a name at the beginning of the run, and additionally it makes our attack swing as fast as possible while holding it down. This removes all mashing from the game, because during this game's demo, that was a nightmare. I didn't play it, thank God, because I still had my hands. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. New game here. We'll start the timer. We also have a timer in the top right there, which will be handy. It removes the one singular load that is like max 5 seconds from the game, which, of course, nice is nice, but we'll go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, we start out here. This little flashback sequence as this little baby mode of ourself. We walk up to our big sis because we're all bored, and by text, I don't know what that said. I can't read that fast. Basically, the gist of it is that we're playing a very childish version of, like, Legend of Zelda in real life. You know, the kind that you would make when you're, like, a little nerd kid. We do this all the way until our, I think, teenage years. It's never explicitly stated, but I think so. Until our big sister goes into college. And suddenly, she doesn't have the time to really play the game anymore. You can see her sitting right there with the laptop. She's just too busy with school, which, man, being in college, I know how that feels. And we're gonna try to impress her. And the first step in that is to try to impress her with just the basics. So we have 3 friends helping us out here. We have Martin up here that we're going to talk to first. He's this very chillax little horse dude. Climb up this mountain and then hop on down, hoping to get nice big old boost from the momentum from the fall. But he puts us on a fetch quest where we get the pot ? Gator is very confused about why we need this pot. We give him the pot lid ? And he transmutes it into a shield. And instantly you can see the biggest mechanic in this game, shield surfing, or shield sliding, rather. Yep. Shout out to Breath of the Wild, we have shield surfing, and we're gonna use shield surfing to climb up this hill. Thank God I got it first try, because that's been giving me trouble. We're gonna free our giraffe friend Gerald from the slimes there, using the shield to break all of these little cardboard monsters, because those are our enemies in this game. We also additionally use their cardboard for things like crafting, which we use to impress Avery. Avery gives us a glider, which won't matter too much because we don't take fall damage anyway, so we're just gonna fall super fast down there. Grab the stick, which will act as our sword. So we have the 3 big mechanics, the sword, the glider, crafting, and of course shield sliding. And that is the tutorial island. Very fast, at 2:16. I'll take it. That's 5 seconds off my PB. Or, yeah, 5. I can do math. But Big Sis isn't impressed. So Gator's whole logic here is we have to make it bigger. So we're gonna get in contact with our friend Tom, who's on this big island behind us. And he went to the wrong place, is the gist of it. And now we're free to roam this huge island. And we have 3 goals. One is to complete 3 of the master quests. Those master quests are given to us by the same 3 that we met shortly on the tutorial island: Jill, Avery, and Martin. And then we want to get 35 friends for a reason that will become apparent at the end of the run, which is our third goal. So we're gonna help out a bunch of people on this big old island. First and foremost is Billy, or second most is Billy here. We're gonna remove the bowling ball from his blowhole, and then we'll come back to him in a little bit because we want to talk to our first big quest line here, Jill and her prep kids. She's studying for school, and so she has a study group, which consists of Antoine, who wants us to find a Hercules beetle, Suzanne, who wants us to find a beach ore, and Jean, who wants to study economics. Yeah, no, it's fine. So we're gonna first and foremost do Jean's quest. They have us kill all of these blue monsters for a very rare drop. The whole joke here is that the last enemy that you destroy will give it to you. So, you know, it's a rare drop, as is. While we do that, we're gonna hop on over to our three little friends here. They don't know what they want to eat, but we just reorganize them, and that's three quick friends. We also have the goal of collecting 500 craft stuff or something in a little bit, but first we're gonna destroy the rest of these blue monsters. And there's our yellow triangle, the half of grilled cheese. Then we'll talk to Billy. He becomes our friend now, and we'll grab the beach rock for Suzanne. Then we'll start the beetle chase here, this small cutscene, and thankfully we have enough of our craft stuff, our currency. This is the only time that this will become relevant. We talk to Sierra. She gives us a shuriken for 500 craft stuff, and then it becomes our friend. Trish here thinks that they're invisible, so we convince them that they're invisible, and they're our friend now. And then we're gonna hop over to the pot kid, free him from his eternal hell of the pot, and then just hop on over, chase the Hercules beetle, and that's the entire forest segment. This whole thing is super fast-paced. Antoine catches his beetle. We're gonna talk to Jean here for next. Jean will trade us, or Avery will trade us a platter for the yellow triangle, which Jean is satisfied with because study of economics. It was trade. And then Suzanne here, we're gonna hit the ore a bunch, which is... It becomes all magical at the end here, but we transform it into a Paleolithic tool, which is, you know, a stylish way of saying a hammer and a rock on a stick. But talk to Jill once more. Bunch of text. Boom. That's the force done. 5 minutes 42. I'll take that, honestly. That's pretty good, actually.
Nice.
But that's the first main quest done. Jill has become our friend once more. And so have Antoine, Jean, and Suzanne. Next, we're gonna hop on over to our next main quest with Martin. While doing that, we'll clean up this little tea party by Tiffany and Carol. They become our friends, easy two friends. As we hop on over... Ugh, getting stuck on the seesaw, man. I hate it here. We'll save the trembling coward that is, I believe this guy's Robin, yes. He just is scared because he's surrounded by cardboard. You know, sure, no judgment. Talk to Martin here, bunch of dialogue. We're gonna try to turn on the water park here, but these guys are too cool for the water park because that's a line that's ever been said in real life. And so they're all gonna turn it off, and then we have to convince them all to enable it again. So we're gonna talk to Jada, Lucas, and Duke, I think is the last dude. It's been a while. To turn on the water pumps. Between that all, we're gonna just help some more people. You're kind of getting the gist of this game. We're helping people while doing the main quest to get our friend count. We're gonna hit a 6 snipe. I didn't hit it at all. I'm skillless. There we go. Hit the chessboard in the distance. Long story short, he's really amazed with our tactics. Then grab the bubblegum. The bubblegum is from that old man. I forget his name. But it is actually one of the biggest movement tools, as you can see going between Cade and Marlowe there. Very helpful. Basically, if we press the E button, we get a little bubble, and that gives us basically a double jump. Then we're going to mash through all this text with Lucas. Lucas wants to impress Martin. Watch Power Fighters on DVD. We'll just hop on. That's one of the pumps activated. We're going to grab the spikes, question mark? Teeth, question mark? and then hop on up. That will come in handy later. It's a surprise tool that'll help us in a little bit. We're gonna hop on down to Duke. Flashing lights warning here. The camera turns a lot. So, yeah, you can see. Hopefully not if you don't need to. But this is the little Ace Attorney, LA Noir type game where it's lie, truth, doubt. So, simple enough. We're gonna hop on up. You can see just how powerful the bubblegum is. We're gonna talk to Becca here, who has lost her teeth. You can see where the spikes come in handy. Then talk to Jada, clear out some grass, because we have to help this little guy here grow, Magnolia. First, we need some clippings to stabilize their structure. Then we need to hop into the water to get water. What do you expect? Talk to her again. I don't know why we need water, because there's so much water here. Then we're gonna destroy the sign for some extra sunlight, and you can see Magnolia has bloomed into this beautiful blossom, beautiful flower. And that's Jada's pump activated. So, we have the main quest here done. Once again, very, very fast. Then we just have to hop up. This is some rough platforming, so I'm gonna... there we go. Nice. And if you have a donation, you can do one real fast at the cutscene here.
I'll just remind everyone that this is No Glitches Allowed 10, raising money for Go Rescue for the good puppers.
So true. Man, you did that perfectly timed, because now we're gonna hop on over to the mountain where our last quest will take place. You can see Billy here. I don't know how he got over here, but he's over here all right. He's gonna launch us up. That's his helpfulness. That's literally the only reason we get him in the run, and that was like one of my only contributions. No, I failed to climb.
Oh no.
It's fine. We're just gonna hop on. Thank you. No, come on. It's fine. Thankfully, this climb is only punishing if you're going for PB, which I'm not. It's fine. Here we have a bunch of theater kids, and they're all mad because they want to be a part of our game, but they feel like they should be the focus of the game. Basically, all of them have different themes, and first and foremost is Esme here. She is a vampire, so she wants it to be a vampire kind of medieval theme. So we have to convince them all that they can all be part of our game, because we are accepting of all, of course. And have this long text conversation where the gist is our big sister gives us money for ice cream. That looks weirdly like blood. Kind of concerning. What flavor is this? I couldn't see that. It was I think it's blood or red cherry or black cherry, something. I forget the ice cream flavors. And then we tried to leave the cave, but we can't. But we actually can. We're very fast, of course. Then gonna talk to Zoo here, skip a rock, talk to him again, because I actually forgot to in practice. That Zoo is our friend now. Talk to Madeline. I have no idea what I'm doing. Then hop on back over to Billy. Madeline is our friend, so we're gonna take Billy up to this guy. I forget his name. Andromeda. I should have been able to guess. He's a space ranger, and he's gonna have us take out aliens that look weirdly like us, but we're not aliens. Promise. And then the mothership comes, and we have to hit all the balloons. At least most of the balloons. Then it gets destroyed. Andromeda becomes convinced that we're actually friends and not, aliens in disguise. So that's Andromeda as our friend now. And then we're gonna hop on over to Twig, everyone's favorite friend, because they just want us to do a flip. Goodbye, Twig. Then hop on over to Lucia. I forget this person's name. They fell and are hurt, and we tell them that everything will be okay, give them a little pat on their head. Then here we have Velma. Velma's 3 nephews here are very rowdy. And this is actually like a major RNG check, because basically certain moving NPCs have completely random cycles that is determined when the game first loads in the big island, and so if you get a bad cycle there, it's actually kind of rough. But we got a decent one. Tanner here is scared of the fake pots, so we destroy all the fake pots. Once again, very strange phobias in this land, but you know what? No judgment. Hop on up, and that is the 3rd main quest done after we talk to Avery. And that's everything on the big island, at least most of it. We do have to construct the playground fort that I talked about very briefly in the beginning of this run, though. And that playground fort we haven't even seen. We went past it a little bit earlier, but it's kind of hard to envision this island without, like, knowing it. So this is the big playground. And the game tries to get you to, like, come back to it every now and then. We don't do that because we're gonna, like, literally get the tutorial for what we're supposed to do. We're building things, and we need friends to help us build those things, because I'm sorry, Gator, that hut is atrocious. Like, ooh. You need to play, like, Barbie's Fashion Adventure to learn some fashion sense. Good lord. So that's what all our friends are helping us out with. They're gonna have different ideas to help build something pretty cool. And Tom here requires 5 friends to build this massive castle. I don't know how 5 people did that, Jesus. Kind of impressive. Then Avery here has our juice bar, which has a space, vampire, and cowboy thing. It's strange. There's the cathedral from Jill. And then here's the market from Martin. And that is everything built. I didn't forget a friend, and we're gonna show our big sis. Bunch of conversation, basically. The gist of it is that she's just still too busy with college. So we get into this flashback sequence where really this is just the final movement test of the game. Bunch of shield sliding, trying to take advantage of some of the geometry because you go faster when you hit certain slopes. So we're gonna try our best to not, slow down. But the gist of this is that we're exploring our past with our sister to see why we feel so bad when she's not part of the game, despite, having all these friends along our side. Ow, the seesaw. Gator just got, like, brain damage the way I hit that seesaw. I'm sorry, buddy. It's fine. So, we're gonna come up on time very shortly. We have 2 more cardboards to hit, not including that one. We have this big old mountain to climb. Thankfully, we have the bubble gum, so it's not too bad. There we go. And time will be when we hit the final cardboard all the way down this mountain. It is literally, like, at the very end. Where am I right now? Okay. We're just gonna slide down and this cardboard and time! 15:30. I'm actually, like, pretty happy with that, because that's 20 seconds off my actual PB. But that's time. That was Little Gator Game. Everything here went super fast, because that's just the nature of this game. It's very fast, very speedy. Shield sliding is very, very cool. But that is the gist of Little Gator Game. Lots of very in-depth stuff to say about this game, but the reality is, it's a cute little casual game. It takes like 3 hours to 100%. It really is not very long at all. I believe it's like $20, but it's a fantastic run. It has like some of the most satisfying movement in any game I've ever played. When you hit it right, when you don't, oh man, I will save my anger. But this game is honestly just really cute, even for a casual run. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely go check it out. It's pretty adorable. It's also very funny. I actually burst out laughing multiple times during it. It's very much my style of humor. So with that, we're gonna go to the credits. But that was Little Gator Game. Shout outs to the Gator Game community. You guys rock. This game is actually going to be ran at SGDQ by It's Bytes, I think, 2nd place any percent runner now. I'll be on commentary for that, so if you like, fast-paced stuff, cool.
And I will also be hosting for that, too.
Let's go! We're gonna get the gang back together.
Yes!
Yeah, no. That run's gonna be great. Bytes is a good runner. But go watch that, because that run's gonna be sick. Much better than this, because honestly, I just don't put much time into this game. But it's fine. Otherwise, I'm gonna run again in however many minutes between setup. So I'll see you in another 3 minutes. That's a loose estimate.
Yes. Definitely. That was such a cute, great game. And stick around. We're gonna get shovelclaws back in just another minute. Oh boy, that run was just mind blown. I can't even make sentences after that. It was so fast, but it was adorable, but there was a fear of paper products. I don't know. It was great. Don't you think so, chat? All right. Well, they are now setting up for the next game, which is going to be Super Kiwi 64, also run by shovelclaws. But while they're setting that up, I have you here for a few minutes, so I just kind of want to remind you what we are, what we're doing, you know, what's the point of all this, besides watching awesome games, of course. So, No Glitches Allowed is a charity event dedicated to speedruns with very few glitches or without glitches entirely. This includes no major glitches, glitchless, and any other run that doesn't have significant tricks or skips. If you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter to get updates about future events. And then, of course, No Glitches Allowed 10 is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Norfolk, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. And of course, that is what we're here for, donating towards that cause. So far, we're still near the beginning of our second day for No Glitches Allowed 10, and we've already raised $317.75. Thanks to all of the generous people. Thank you so much, everyone watching. I do want to remind you that for any donations you make, whether they're $1 or $100 or whatever amount, you can put them towards our incentives. So right now, we actually have 4 different bid wars open. So, you know, if you have opinions on any of these bid wars, go ahead, donate, put them towards a bid war. So coming up, the closest bid war is Say No More, which is going to be by Happy Bear, and there's a language bid war. So you can have the game in English, Spanish, Japanese, Irish Gaelic, or Arabic. Currently, Irish Gaelic is in the lead with $15, but Arabic isn't too far behind with only $8. And English, Spanish, and Japanese have $0, but you could change that. We still have a few hours before that game comes up, so definitely get your money in. We also have that Papa's Hot Doggeria character bid war. That's going to be coming up later tonight. Currently, Peggy is in the lead with $2, while Taylor is at 0, so it could switch at any moment. And then I also want to mention a couple of new bid wars were opened. So I believe these are both runs for tomorrow. We have the Disneyland Adventures Disney Sing-Along. Steve is going to sing a Disney song, and you can put your money to deciding which of those songs gets sung. The options are Part of Your World, I'll Make a Man Out of You, and Proud of Your Boy. So, I don't know about you, but I am super excited to see that and, you know, maybe see what's going to happen. We also have that Streets of Rage 4 food icon bid war, where you can choose the 2 food icons that will be used in Streets of Rage 4, whether it's apple and chicken, onigiri and ramen, pizza and poutine, or tofu and salad. There's some interesting choices on there. So any donation you make, you can put towards one of those bid wars. But of course, you could always donate like $1 here, $1 there, put each one towards a different bid war, you know. And you can see in chat, Steve, thank you, put in that exclamation mark donate, or while we're in the break screen, or if a runner doesn't have a camera, you'll see that nice little QR code on screen. And you can just scan the QR code and donate from there. Now, of course, we do want to benefit, we're raising money, but You can also donate supplies if you go to gorescuedogs.com and go to How Can I Help? They have an Amazon wish list. They accept dry and canned dog food, bleach, cheap paper towels, laundry detergent, furniture, and even vehicles. So there are lots of different ways to help. And honestly, even just being here, just being with us, being in chat, supporting with your presence is super helpful. We appreciate all of it.